Sure. Everyone uncomfortable? For episode 1, roll 1, scene 1, take 1.
Actually, I would have liked some water. Already the show's going off the rails, man. Here, just toss that to me.
Give him a drink. Poor boy's thirsty.
Hey. Changed my mind 100%. I love this show.
All right, easy. 4 questions. Your name and who or what you are.
I really like the or what. Michael Moroni.
And who or what you are.
I am just a man. I know it sounds simple, but I feel like that says everything that I need to say about myself.
Something you dislike about yourself.
Big one is I don't believe in myself a lot. Or
How so?
it's more like I measure it's like how I should feel or how I should act. I always look for like external evidence of that. Like it's sort of like this concept that like with geniuses, I was always like at 6, he started writing his first symphony and stuff. I'm obsessed with this idea about genius, that we can all be geniuses if we just allow it. You know what I mean? We have this idea that, it's not gifted to me, I don't have it. I was like, that's bullshit. I think there's layers of limitations that we put on ourselves by already conceding defeat. And I think I do that a lot sometimes. So it's not that like I don't believe in myself necessarily. It's that I'm looking at the signs, and the signs point to I should definitely not believe in myself that much. But it's like, what are those signs that I'm looking at? It's not real.
Qualifiers from other people.
Yeah, well, other people or just like my own idea of where I should be. It's like, okay, I feel that I should not be as good as it could be. That happens to me all the time. But luckily, I'm like a really, it's like a mixture. It's not arrogance as much as it is like, the term is, I'm just really ornery, Like I'm kind of like, fuck you. Even to myself. So like I'll self-sabotage, but sometimes I'll self-sabotage like my doubt. So I'll always move forward, even if it's slow. So I guess that kind of ropes into something I like about myself.
Which the next question is, tell me something you truly like or appreciate about the way that you are.
Yeah, that would have to be really high up there. I just really enjoy that I don't take anything at face value. Like anything, especially myself, which is, like I said, one of my bigger weaknesses. I think if I didn't hold myself back so much. But like, because sometimes, I rub people the wrong way. Like someone can meet me and think, oh, he's like a jerk, or he's arrogant or full of himself, which I've heard sometimes. And it really doesn't bother me because like I'm not even close to the amount of arrogance that I should have. You know what I mean? Like if I was so concerned about other people's thoughts, like where would I be? So it's like I'm able to separate what other people think about me, but I'm not able to separate what I think of myself so easily, but I still do it. Like I will not believe in myself, and I'll still be like, you know what? Fuck that and fuck me. And then I do it. So I appreciate that, because at least that means that I'm moving forward.
What part of that thing that makes you you do you hope other people benefited from and will benefit after you're gone?
Okay, you know, when... Okay, so you've never been in a band.
No.
Being in my band, which is called Veretta, we've had some unbelievable times. But one thing that's been the same, whether it was 2 people in the audience, which has happened, or the Ogden, which we got to play before we left Denver and moved here to Nashville, was there's this sense when I'm on stage and everything kind of drops away and I feel so at home and so comfortable in my own body. And when I look out at a crowd, there's this energy there. And you know, like, past the politics, past the people's opinion, past the bullshit, basically, everybody just wants to have a good fucking time. And when I'm there and I see that, like, I feel it and I know how to, like, stoke it. That's one of my favorite things to do. When I'm on stage, I'll say yeah, and I'll hear yeah, and I'll say yeah, and they'll be like yeah, and I'll be like yeah, 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 and we just like bounce each other off each other like that. I saw Anthony Green do that once. I'm not sure if I think I was already doing it at that point, but I liked it because he would say, usually I just kind of scream or something, but he said yes, and that was fucking awesome. He just goes yes. Apropos of nothing. Yes! 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 The crowd did it naturally. Yes! 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 And his voice is like really high pitched, and when he screams, it's just this like fucking, it just cuts through. Yes! Yeah! It's like pumping him up. I fucking love that. So I guess then the answer would be that I showed people that it was okay to fucking revel in the enjoyment of the moment, to let it all fall away and be who they are truly, emotionally, at that moment. That's why it's like not really a word for me. It's just, like, I exist. And then the universe says, like, I don't care, but you say it anyway. I still exist. That's the end of the poem that poem didn't get. Well, it's Stephen Crane, right? The man said to the universe, I exist, and the universe is like, I don't fucking care, so what? To paraphrase.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the man should then say, I still exist.
And that's how you end an episode. I still exist. I like that.